Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Popal from Gaming here, and today I'm playing some more Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense. So today, I'm back in Sen Clones once again. I did mention this in the last video. I'm doing, that's the wrong character technically, Tech Terror. Yeah, so you may be wondering, it's Sen Clones, that's for characters, it's not for allies. If you guys haven't seen this strat, which is very possible, I've only done it 2 times, I think. With Warrior PB, you can have Warrior PB as your Sen Clones character. Warrior PB has a handy little upgrade called, Born to Rule. Royal Treasury and Reinforcements apply to everyone. Reinforcements happens to mean increases the quantity of PB's allies, which means, in total, you have infinite allies, essentially. I was gonna say a lot, but no, you have infinite. So this is the build I'm using. I'm using a 4D sword because it's decent. It probably won't end up making that big of a difference, but it's a thing. Future Crystal, obviously pretty basic. Goo Goo Mamma Mia for some extra damage. That's going to go a long ways. One of the best upgrades, or trinkets rather, Siren Hat, plus 30% attack speed boost to nearby allies. Tree Trunks Apple Knife for a 5% boost, because that's still something. I actually went for Davy's Stash. I only learned about this, or remembered about this, because of my Restarting Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense series. Equipped characters' allies are 5% cheaper. Tech Terrors cost 9k with their discount. Heroes cost 9k with her discount, with Warrior PB's discount. 5% of 9k is still, I believe, 180 bucks, which is a pretty decent amount to save per Tech Terror, if not more than that per Tech Terror. So, you know, it's something. Beyond that, we have Soulstone to discount her. And then, finally, good old Flower Crown, because I couldn't find anything better for +2 range. It's not that big of a deal, but it is something. You will notice I have, I believe, 2 Lemon Hopes, potentially 3 in here. Plenty of Cobras. I believe I have 5 Tech Terrors total. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... oh, just 4, never mind. So 4 Tech Terrors, 2 Lemon Hopes. This actually works out pretty well. And then I have 2 Hunts and Aviators. Those are the main allies that are going to be used. I also have 2 Dr. Monkeys, lots of good stuff. Because Hidden Danger could cause some issues. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started, because who knows how long this is going to last. It could take a long time, because I'm willing to bet Tech Terrors are really, really powerful, or going to be really, really powerful. So to start off, I'll start off with pretty much what I do for everything. Warrior PB, right in the middle, my character, and then a Cobra Army in the corners, as far off in the corners as they can go, where they'll have as least of an impact as possible. And yeah, awesome, perfect. So yeah, basically I'm going to start off with getting as many Cobras as I can get. Then once I have all my Cobras, I shouldn't worry about placement too much early game. Once I have all my Cobras, I'm actually going to go for Monkey Farmer next then. Then I'm going to rush Warrior PB's upgrade to get more Cobras, and then I'll start getting Tech Terrors once they're discounted. I'm going Ultra Greed right now, which hopefully is going to work out in my favor. It may not, but it probably will. I don't believe they'll camp Bloons until round 5, so we should be good for the most part, at least for a couple rounds here. These blue Bloons will cause some issues, but the Cobras can, at least some of them can still shoot. Plus, Warrior PB is another loop around, so we should be good. And this stalling is actually really perfect, because it just means I have more time to farm up with Cobras. And there we go, that's all our Cobras down, so Warrior PB's upgrades. Let's get started. Reinforcements, not that useful, but the one after it, for only $5,400, Born to Rule, very helpful. It'll get us, I think, 5 more Cobras. You can only see 3, and then you can see, like, the gun of a 4th. But I'm pretty sure there's a 5th one somehow hidden behind those trees. That anti-stall there is awesome. That stalling rather, just making that round last as long as possible. Very helpful. Hopefully we won't need to drop any other allies before we get this upgrade, because obviously it's going to save us a lot of money, which is what I'm trying to do with Ultimate Greed play. Because you only make roughly 10k per round in Martian games. There's a limit. I don't fully understand why it exists, or if it does exist, why it's only 10k, why it can't be closer to like 50k or something, but whatever, it's a thing, which means we gotta save money, which is why money's important. Plus, Tech Terrors are super expensive, which also is a big part of that. Are we good here? I believe we are good. Just in case you guys are curious, by the way, the discount does not stack between Warrior PB's Born to Rules. Only the number of ally increase does, which is awesome. Because if it didn't, that would really suck, and the fact that it does means it's kind of cool. Which is awesome, because again, it would kind of suck if it didn't. Okay, with that though, we can get our next wave of Cobras, which is perfect timing, because we're starting to leak more lives. Which isn't obviously very good. Okay, Camo Bloons, that's an issue. Dr. Monkey, you're gonna go right here, so I will not leak as many. Yeah, Dr. Monkey, that's good enough for now. Rest of the Cobras, they can come in here. They may need to start doing a better job. I'm probably going to leak some lives here, but Cobras will regenerate lives fairly quickly. And also, I just have 200 lives. I'm not that scared of dying right now, so we should be okay. Come on, I saw a good spot there for you, Cobra. There we go, back in the corner, where you all should be. One last Cobra. And although, I'll put this one over here. Although this isn't necessarily perfect, we can still get more Cobras. I am now going to rush a Tech Terror, because I do feel like having some degree of defense. Actually, nah, let's go for a singular Vampire King. Only one. I'm only going to go for one of them. I won't go for multiple. But I will go for one Vampire King, so I can rush, well, you know, a second Warrior PB. Of course it's a second Warrior PB. What else would I be getting? And with 2, that should be a good amount of Cobras. That should be, I think 12, but might be 15, so hopefully that's enough to reach 10k per round. The rounds are overall getting longer, so really shouldn't be that difficult. As you can see, getting the second one far, far faster than getting the first one, so this isn't actually all that difficult. It's really not that difficult at all, actually. This is kind of fun, just like hiding all the Cobras in the corner. You can't do it as well on the right side, because there's like, the outer wall for the right side is much closer in, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it. But on the left side, and in the corners at the top, you can definitely hide pretty darn well. Okay, so maybe just in the corners then, never mind. In the corners, though, you can hide pretty darn well, as that Cobra clearly proves. Do we go one more? You know what, let's just do it. One more Warrior PB. Just all the Cobras in the universe. They'll all be mine, and I'll have infinite money. If only that was the case. Not quite. But I mean, hey, we're doing a pretty good job. I'll go for a few more on either of these sides, because these are definitely easier to place, and are very much so out of range, so they're actually probably the better placements for the Cobras. Whatever. I could go for abilities, but I'm not planning on going for any Cobras, or for any abilities, rather. That makes no sense. I'm talking about Cobra's upgrade that makes abilities cooldown shorter. I could technically go for that, but I don't think I'm going to, because I don't think I'm going for any abilities. Also, with that, we should hopefully finally have enough Cobras, so, with that said, let's plop down a first Tech Terror. You're in range, right? You're not even in range. Warrior PB number 3, or number 4, another one. Why not? You know what? If we're gonna do it, we might as well go for all the stops. Even more Cobra Army, even larger Cobra Army, because why would we not want an even larger Cobra Army? Of course I'm doing this. With this, though, we 100% should have enough money to reach 10k every single round. We should have a lot of money here. Way overkill. It's more than likely way overkill. But I'm still doing it, because I don't know, I decided so. I'm only going to go for Doom Lasers for this run. This is something I did in the last run as well. I will actually fully upgrade these Dr. Monkeys, and I'll go for the second one too. I don't think I'm going to go for more than 2. Actually, I'll probably go for 3, just like fill down this bottom section with them. Because they do make a decent amount of money with this, especially once I sell the Vampire King. So there will be some degree of money making. So Vampire King, you can be sold. We got our Tech Terror, which should be more than enough defense for the time being. Already round 13, which is pretty cool. Which means we're making pretty decent progress, all things considered. I will quickly put down one more Warrior PB. Not going to upgrade this one, though. Not quite, at least. Or not yet, I guess. So then I'm probably going to do Hunter Marcelin, not Hunter Marcelin, Hunter Abadir next. So I'll do one down here, I don't really know how to describe it. I meant to say, like, in range of Warrior PB, but it's kind of weird, so just one there. We'll do one over here. And then I'm going to do one back here for the time being, and I think that's it. I will, however, put, for no really good reason, one Warrior PB down here. Just spread the Goo Goo Mama meter. It'll make sense eventually, maybe. It might be worth it. But it can go everywhere. Just everyone loves Goo Goo Mama meter, so just everyone can have it. Lots of Warrior PBs. With that, though, we should be good to start the Tech Terror spam properly. Not that we'll necessarily need it right now, because it looks like we're actually in a pretty good position. But still, this is going pretty good. As you can see already, as soon as we start placing Tech Terrors, our money just disappears in an instant, so there is a reason I'm farming like this. We do need the money. As you can see, we have reached the money cap, so it looks like we do indeed have enough Cobras, so that's good. You know, wouldn't want to have not enough Cobras. I will actually upgrade one of these still, because even just attrition can actually add a fair bit of damage. And although obviously I want Tech Terrors to focus, like being the main damage, I'm still going to use them. When I did actually first do this run, I've only ever did it once where I actually used Tech Terrors. I went like all in with Vampire Kings, which I think is dumb, because I don't think Vampire Kings, how their AI works, I don't think they stack very well. I don't even know if they can stack. I'm not quite sure how their damage works, so I don't think it was the wisest choice to go for mostly Vampire Kings with like 10 Tech Terrors. Having said that, I think we still made it to like round 50 something, so I have reason to believe that I can beat man, my English is failing today, that I can beat round 100 with the Tech Terror army, which is sort of my goal for today. Again, you guys would probably already know this, or not again. This is me messing up. The last video I recorded with Sun Clones, I mentioned again, because I'm recording this on the same day, which is messing with my head, apparently. But ignoring all of that, I do think we can probably beat round 100, but if we have today, or if I do today, if I have by the time you're watching this, it's just weird, me messing with my head and yours now. You guys will probably know, because it'll more than likely be in a title / thumbnail / something or other to tell you, hey, I'm awesome, I beat round 100. Also, that's all one Tech Terror. That means I have, how many is that? 5 Born to Rules, that's a fair few, but I still have 4 more Tech Terrors, which means I can keep spamming. I'm also gonna do Lemon Hopes at some point. I don't really know when that some point is. They're much more cost-effective than these Tech Terrors probably are, but let's just finish off this row, and then I'll plop down a bunch of Lemon Hopes to match them. Because I'm not quite sure what makes the most sense in terms of, like, efficiency. So I think I'm gonna go with just finish off this second Tech Terror slot. Obviously, as I mentioned, I do have 4, and then I'll do a bunch of Lemon Hopes, then I'll go back to Tech Terrors, then I'll go back to Lemon Hopes, and back and forth like that pretty much forever, because that's great. I also just realized I gave Trinket to Warrior PB that I really should have given to the people that own Tech Terrors. This is just a dumb thing I'm just realizing now. Tech Terrors, you'll notice they still cost $9,000. I was dumb. Trinkets, there's a funny thing with Send the Phones. If I had equipped the Davy Stash, even though I think I only have 1 of it, to the people that actually have Tech Terrors equipped on them, then I'd have discounts on the Tech Terrors. Not with Warrior PB, so yeah, I didn't necessarily think it through all that well, but no, not really much of a but. Just, that was my own fault. I didn't think that through very well. But what can you do? It could be worse. I believe we have 1 more Tech Terror here with the second Tech Terror equipped. It does mean, though, that one of my trinket slots was wasted, so who knows what I could have done with plus 0.1 Pierce. I have no idea what else I would have equipped there. I did look a fair bit, probably like, no, honestly, I'm not really sure. I might have gone for, like, Crystal Mountains of Destruction, because I'm not quite sure if that works in Bloons. Also, I was correct, it's the last Tech Terror. But I'm not quite sure. Also, round 20, round 21, we're gonna see the Bloon eventually. I'm realizing now we've already, quote-unquote, seen the Tech Terrors, or not Tech Terrors, the ZMGs and DTs. I didn't see them, I don't think, but supposedly they were here. Or they should have been here, I guess, not supposedly, necessarily. But anyways, let's just upgrade our Lemon Hopes. This makes the most sense. We'll start stacking it all on the Tech Terrors, because this is going to take a while, because it's 1 Lemon Hope per 2 Tech Terrors, which is kind of nice, but even still, that's still a lot of Lemon Hopes and a lot of Tech Terrors, so this is going to be a little bit crazy. Eventually, I will sell a lot of my Cobras, probably. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, apparently I didn't even fully upgrade you. I will probably sell my Cobras, or at least some of the Cobras, eventually. I just don't know if it makes sense quite yet. I messed that up, I think. It's hard to tell with these, because there's, like, music notes that sort of give you an idea of if they're being buffed or not, are overlapping a fair bit, which makes it way harder for me to judge. Nope, that was a mistake. Who is being buffed? Which means I'm just doing, like, focusing so hard on this, which means I could be talking in absolute, like, gibberish, and I'd have no real idea if I was. I'm also a little bit confused. I should only have, what was I gonna say? I should have, essentially, if I did this correctly, I should have what am I saying? I should have roughly even numbers of Lemon Hope to Cobras, or not Cobras, Tech Terrors, unless I made a mistake. Do I have 5? No, I only have 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, I don't know what's happening. I feel like I have more. I feel like there's. Man, I really can't. Oh, this is bad. I feel like I shouldn't have had to have/use this many Lemon Hopes for this many tech terrors. I feel like there's an issue. Let me count quickly, do some math. We have 6 lemon hopes. We then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tech terrors. So yes, I must have double stacked one of them. I don't know. I don't think I did that big of a mistake. Also, that was the Babloon. That was, I think, fast? I don't really know. It's kind of hard to tell. I feel like... Man, I'm... This is just me failing so hard. I'm really not sure how I'm supposed to know if they're doing a good job necessarily, because I feel like by the time the Babloon, like, it comes out and actually has to move forward a fair bit before the tech terrors will actually start shooting it, so I'm not entirely sure how good of a job we're doing. Not to mention that Babloon was very much so outside of Goo Goo Mama meter zone, and you know what that means. Everyone needs Goo Goo Mama meter, so boom. How did you sneak past Mr. Deity? I have so many of these Hunts and Abateers, but apparently I need even more, so boom. You wanted more? I'm giving you more. More Hunts and Abateers, because apparently it's necessary. It might be necessary. It's not impossible. Fortified Babloon. This one I feel like is a better test, probably. Actually not doing a very good job. In fact, I believe Hunter Marceline did a way better job, which I find surprising, because I thought these were, like, super duper powerful and super duper cost effective. I will say this reference once again, which I'm glad I can finally do this now that I made it to Round 100. Round 100's Babloons are roughly 20 times stronger than Round, 20-ish's Babloons, like the early 20s. It's about 20 times stronger. The Babloons on Round 100 have about, I believe, 400,000 health, roughly, maybe a little bit less, but about that. So there is definitely a lot of health, but these tech terrors do, like, over 1,000 DPS, so I didn't think there'd be that big of an issue. But I guess apparently there is, maybe. The good thing about this, relative to Hunter Marceline, is lag. This is causing way less lag than Hunter Marceline did, which means I feel much more comfortable to spam tech terrors, and that's not an issue for me. I don't have an issue with that. I didn't mean to do that. I just bought that by mistake. In fact, I'm actually going to sell this tech terror because I don't want any fusion bursts. Only doom lasers, and by fusion bursts, apparently I mean nuclear bursts, because fusion bursts or fusion power is the later on one. But yes. Okay, I'm so tired apparently. It's not even that late, it's just me completely failing to speak English and to remember how to talk and commentate, either because I'm focused on something or I'm just distracted on something, which I don't really know what I'd be distracted on, but something, I guess. In fact, I actually will go for one more Hunter Marceline, one more Hunts and Abateer just right here. I really have so many of them. I shouldn't need this many, but that's not going to stop me from using this many, so I guess that's something. Cool. This is going to take a while now. We have officially ran out of our, like, $70,000 stockpile, and at this point, making money is way slower because the rounds last a long time, so $10,000 is great, but that's barely enough to afford a single tech terror without its upgrade. So, yeah, there's gonna be some issues if you think about it, between having to afford that when I'm only making, like, I don't know, 12k a round maybe? If that. Potentially even less. I don't think we really get any money from popping these, like, Babloons and ZMDs, and if we are making some money, it's definitely not a lot. So what I will do is probably, I'm probably gonna say, no, I'll wait till round 30 with you guys. This is me just debating stuff now in my head. Do I want to wait longer? I think, no, I'm going to turn off auto start. At the end of this round, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll check in with you guys at about round 40, or if we really start to struggle. Which we might do, because I feel like we're doing really bad. Like, what the heck, tech terrors? I thought you were way stronger than this. I don't really understand, because they all have, like, thousands of DP, like, I don't really get it. I feel like they shouldn't be struggling this much. A single tech terror can fairly easily pop a Babloon, or even a fortified Babloon with like 2 or 3 tech terrors. So I don't get why 20, when they're buffed, can't pop them if they're like 2 times stronger. I don't really get that. Apparently I need more tech terrors though, that's the only answer I have. My only answer is just more tech terrors, because what other answer could there possibly be? We'll redo the Lemon Hopes now too, so that could make a fairly big difference. Definitely could. So we'll have a Lemon Hope army up top. And as long as I have perfect eyesight, I won't waste any of these Lemon Hope buffs. Of course, I don't have perfect eyesight, so there's going to be some issues here and some mistakes. But hopefully most of these Tech Terrors will not end up double buffed or triple buffed or whatever. Because there are definitely some mistakes being made. Definitely. Also, that's all the Lemon Hopes, which feels wrong. I shouldn't be out of Lemon Hopes yet. It doesn't make sense. But I am, which I really don't understand. But, yeah. I have just no answer here. Lemon Hopes actually equipped to Warrior PB. So, in fact, if anything, I should have more Lemon Hopes than Tech Terrors, not the other way around. So, either I'm just being horribly inaccurate and messing up somehow, like double buffing the same Tech Terror bunch, or I didn't fully upgrade all of these Lemon Hopes, which is all possible. Like, all of these things are possible. It's just not... It doesn't feel very likely. But alas, it looks like we're doing pretty good. It's also already round 29. Apparently, I kept pressing play multiple times. But whatever. I'm gonna see you guys in round 40, or when we lose, because it doesn't look like we're doing that great. But yeah, have a... What am I saying? I'll see you guys then. Just ignore all my stopping, stuttering, and mispronunciations. I don't really have an excuse, just please ignore them. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't do all that well. I lost in round 39, I wasn't paying attention, and yeah, I did have $120,000, which is maybe like, oh wait, if you spent that on Tech Terrors, you would have been fine. No, I would have died. $120,000 is at most 10 Tech Terrors, and at the map, I believe I currently have like 30, 40. It would not have made enough of a difference. Maybe survived a couple more rounds, but nothing all that significant. And I mean, the motion game throne holder right now is currently on round 74, so yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I don't really have a lot else to say. That was just really too bad. Yeah, that's about all I have to say. I do quickly want to mention this because I haven't mentioned this yet. I believe in terms of saving up Martian gems, I want to buy the Abraham Lincoln's Penny. So what it does, it's kind of like Time Machine. On game over, the equipped character is destroyed along with all balloons on screen, and you are restored to full lives, can only be used once per battle. My simple question is, bad balloon, what happens? Will it kill the bad balloon for me? Because if so, I want it, and that's what I want it, that's pretty much all I want it for, but yeah, so... Yeah, there's also, Elf Monkey. Do you guys, if any of you have Elf Monkey, should I go for him? I mean, he's an uncommon ally, which makes me think he's really bad, but I have no idea why he's here, so I'd like to know your guys' opinions on that. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Give the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, comment, all that awesome stuff. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.